Oh, hello there. I'm Mapledungeons, and today we're going to be taking a look at some gameplay, which I promised yesterday, for this engineer build that I'm doing, this damage roaming rifle engineer, in this PUG tournament. As you can see here, I just got crippled by the warrior on my way to the opposite side of the map. At this point I decided to go for the mine instead of the boss steal for some reason. It's probably not the smartest thing, but it does keep this point neutralized for a while. Unfortunately, I'm fighting a guardian, and in this build, 1v1ing a guardian just is not something that's probably going to happen. I decided to try it anyway, but not exactly the ideal situation, considering he's mainly just going to retaliation me down to nothing, and is almost there already. For some reason I'm not popping my heal there. I popped my heal, but it's kind of too late, and I'm gonna go down in not too long. I have my boots up, but I can't really use them at this point, and I'm gonna decide later if or not they're worth it to even have. So I'm going to actually keep this guardian off me from stomping me for a little bit based on my death moves, which are slightly useful. And as long as they don't stomp right away, I can usually get that off pretty well. Unfortunately, finally the guardian finishes me off, but at this point we've held onto that point for quite a while, and it puts us at a good position, but they did get 2 boss kills, so it's not that great. I see just as I'm rezzing there that someone else is going to attack that point, so I decided to go and help them, because that, while I can't take the guardian alone, I do some reasonable damage, so I will be able to take that guardian with someone else. But I meet this person here on the way, and I can probably take a thief, so I decided to give him some damage. He decides to run away though, and drops these AoE crippling things on me, so I'm gonna have to follow him slowly. I decided to use that move for the once, and it kind of doesn't really help that much. Because of that knockback, it doesn't have the effect that I wish it would. We are now having a 2v1 fight on this map, so we should probably win considering this thief is pretty squishy, so that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on killing him before he kills me, and trying to burst him down. Unfortunately, I'm going down right now, so I decide to jump out of the way, jump out of the fight there, and am recovering based on my medpacks. I put my tool belt heal as well as all my medpacks and hop right back into the fight, where we see the thief is down in the corner. I'm going to do a little damage to the guardian and then try and get a stomp off on the thief. The thief teleports, but it's not that useful, so I'm just going to stomp him. And my buddy here is going to stomp the guardian, so we'll have this point pretty easily. We're at a pretty big disadvantage at this point. They have 180 to our 70, but it's possible to get a recap and catch up. Shouldn't be too much trouble. At this point, I'm probably just going to head for the keep and see what I can do there. There's one warrior here with another guy over on the edge, and I decided I can probably take this warrior, and I hop down. I probably should have stayed up on the edge there for a while, but I decided to hop down and get right into the fight. I'm popping some burst on this warrior. Hopefully that'll work well. We get him down, and we're gonna get this stomp off. But there is still one guy left here who we're going to focus on next. He is down, and this point seems to be won. So far I'm not playing the engineer perfectly, but I'm getting a hang of it, and I'm roaming between points pretty well. We have the keep now, so I decided to go for the boss, and I thought this guy was going to come with me, but apparently I'm soloing, which I haven't done before in the NG, and this is a good experiment to see how well I'll do it. I'm doing pretty well for a start, and if nobody came to intercept, I would be fine, but unfortunately they have sent at least one guy at this point to come and intercept, and I'm going to get the kill off just by that final little burst damage, and then I'm going to try to get out of here. But this guy is chasing me too much, so I decide to just go ahead and stick on him. So I'm at a slight disadvantage here, but this fight really could go either way. I'm going to try to pop some cooldowns on him, but at this point he is really wearing me down, and I'm probably going to lose this fight versus another engineer. I have my heal up and I should use it. I try to use it at the last moment, but unfortunately it's way too late. And they have two here at this point. One of them gets a stomp on me, and it is my death. We have 2 points though at this point, so while we're still losing, we might catch up. I'm going to check out the henge here because it is under contest, and it's going to be another 2v2 fight. I am getting low quick, but he is actually down. Going to quick invulnerability there, and I wanted to get another heal off, but that just did not happen. I am in a down state, and the warrior decides to get up in his special state. I blow him away. He shouldn't last too long in that state, but I get a rally here, and it's back to 2v2 with the warrior dead immediately, and it looks like we are going to cap this point. He can handle him, but I was going to leave, but I get downed at the last moment, because I am kind of running something slightly squishy. Get that stomp off, get the rally off, and I am heading to help out where I'm actually needed, which seems to be at this moment the keep. I get some nice speed off here with my normal healing kit, but right now I'm changing off an ability because while I got, I think, one good use of the rocket boots this game, I really think that the extra life might be more useful in the long term, which is why I'm going to be trying to use this. I didn't actually get out a good use of this in this game, but I will attempt to do that in the future, and hopefully I won't do too badly. We're just fighting it off this one guy for now, and it shouldn't be too much trouble to get this point. Unfortunately, there's a lag spike right now, so he dies immediately in my eyes, and we are basically all good. There is this warrior here who decides to rush against two people, and he gets his 100 blades off and actually manages to stomp the guy, but he blows him back, and then I am going to go for the second blowback on the stomp. I use my rifle 4 skill to blow him back, and this guy's so low right now that I'm not going to even bother rezzing. I am just going to finish him off and get a stomp on him to rally my ally. The warrior gets that quick stomp off, but I go invulnerable immediately, which means he's not going to kill me before I get the stomp off, and the rally is complete. Just making sure my ally has that cap and heading over to pressure their side, which is a good thing to do as a roamer, either hitting their boss or hitting their base. I decide to go for the boss side of things and follow these guys going for boss. And right now it's just this one engineer. He is the engineer that managed to kill me before with the help of one friend, and it looks like the same friend or another friend is actually coming and manages to get a full 100 blades off on me, which is basically just completely my bad. I'm going to get one little rope here, and then I have this blowaway still, but then I'm going to die, and the chieftain is way too high of HP so far in order to order a little steal. So they're definitely going to get this boss kill, which will put them quite a bit ahead, and the only way we can possibly survive is to manage a kill on our boss, which I'm going to go for after I res in 5 seconds, but as you can see there, they are already headed to that side of the map, so it's going to be quite a close thing, and they are already 50 points ahead of us. Even if we get the kill, it's still 30 points down, and it's not going to be pretty. I decided to put some damage on here, which is kind of a mistake here. I should have just gone straight to the boss to get that steal, but everyone makes mistakes, and that's how life is. At this point, the chieftain is almost dead. I can't really get close enough for the blunderbuss, and I lose the kill on the chieftain to this warrior, who I probably should have just focused instead of going chieftain. So that's something I recommend. If you see one person and you have two going on your mob, focus that guy. Don't focus the mob. Don't risk it. Just make sure that guy gets downed. And that's today's lesson from a terrible Guild Wars 2 player. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps someone. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, you can subscribe to the channel and let me know. I've been Mapledungeons, and I'll see you next time.